did it. Okay.
Hi there. My name is Katelynn Willis, and this is my new husband, Robert Willis. We just got married 3 weeks ago yesterday on February 4th, 2017. Starting our wedding morning, I woke up at 2 a.m. and I was very sick. I had a chest cold, my throat was killing me, but I pushed through the day. We got married. The next 2 days before we left for our honeymoon were pretty miserable.
Yeah, I started coming down with the same thing.
And so we spent most of our time sleeping or crying or wishing that we could just, be asleep. We left for our honeymoon on Monday morning, and we were going to sunny California to spend a week. I hate being cold, and so we got married in February, and we were trying to pick someplace that would be warm. So we headed off to Los Angeles, California. The 3-hour plane ride was miserable because we were both so sick. As soon as we arrived, we look out the window.
Nice and rainy, gloomy. On top of that, our car that was supposed to be there on time was about an hour late, so we were sitting there miserable.
Sitting there in the airport, just miserable. And when we walked outside, it was so cold. So cold. And here I was thinking that we were going to the beach for a week to be warm, and it was rainy and cold. And I was just cold and sick. Plus, our room was not going to be ready for about 6 more hours. And so here we are in the middle of California with nowhere to go and nothing to do because we just felt so awful that there was nothing. Like, we had planned on doing something fun, but we were both running low-grade fevers at that point and just were miserable. So we went to the beach. Maybe that would cheer us up. The only problem was it rained, and we sat on the beach in the rain, which didn't help the sick situation, but other than our Jeep, that was the only place that we had to go. We pushed through our sickness the next day. Everybody had been telling us that Santa Barbara was the most beautiful place that you could go, and the forecast there wasn't rainy, so we decided that we would drive the 2 hours to Santa Barbara.
We got up there, and there was not a lot for us to do. I texted my friend who lived in California, and he said that we could surf.
We're from Dallas, Texas. We don't surf.
Not at all.
So, we were 2 hours away from our room, and it was just not looking like it was going to be a great day.
We started heading back.
Yeah, we just turned around after the 2-hour drive and drove directly back and just went right back to bed because we were feeling so terrible. The next morning, we were planning on going down to San Diego. We were going to the zoo. We were going to stay the night at the San Diego Safari Park. I was so excited. I've always wanted to stay the night at a safari. And about 4 o'clock that morning, I am never hot, but I woke up completely sweating. And when I looked over, Robert was shaking. He had the chills, and he was running about 102, 103 degree fever. And I didn't know what to do. So I found some medicine that we just happened to bring along and gave it to him. It brought the fever down a little bit, but within a couple hours we were at urgent care there in Santa Monica. And we were there for probably about the whole morning. They were very slow. They didn't seem to care that we were miserable and on our honeymoon.
The doctor, he took a chest x-ray, and I didn't have pneumonia, and he said we could have the flu, we could have bronchitis, we could have strep throat, but just send us home with some antibiotics.
Yeah, he said, here's some antibiotics, have a great honeymoon. So it was pretty miserable. That was on Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we literally laid in our bed crying and wishing that we could come back home because we were so miserable. And it rained every single day. And it was so cold. And when we tried to go out to find some food, it was just cold. And we had to find jackets. And Oh, it was just miserable.
We were on the beach one of the last days, and this guy was like, "Hey man, y'all picked a horrible week to come here for your honeymoon. It rains 30 days a year in California, and it's raining all 7 days this week."
Yeah.
So that was pretty sad.
Not even to mention, last night in California, we decided we had a lot of ibuprofen and our antibiotics in us, and so we wanted to go get souvenirs for everyone that had helped us to get ready for our wedding. So we drove down to downtown Hollywood, to Hollywood Boulevard, and we were going to go to the souvenir shop, one of them there, and get everyone t-shirts. We get out of our car, we start getting up to the souvenir shop, and sirens start wailing everywhere, and here comes bomb squad, helicopters are above, the military comes in, all these fire trucks and police officers, they start pushing everybody back, throwing up barriers, and we were stuck right in the middle of a bomb threat. And it was pretty saddening because we didn't get what we needed. And so we got stuck there for quite a while because there was just so many people. And yeah, that was a great way to end it. And the next morning, we flew home, and we were both running fevers, and we were sick for the next week as well. Yeah. So our first 2 weeks out of 3 weeks of marriage were very miserable, very miserable and rainy. So we really would love to go on a new honeymoon because, we tried so hard and just nothing worked out. None of our plans, none of our hopes or dreams. We just skipped the honeymoon and went straight to real life, and it was hard life. So please, please, please.
Please do consider us.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.